Welcome back to another edition of the fifth quarter podcast, episode 27. I'm sorry, brought to you by the Flight Room. You can just call me Say Al, and I am here with my guy Remy. Please, it's been a while, but I'm back, and I'm happy to be back. One person who is not happy right now is Zion Williamson. It seems like his family is unhappy with some of the Pelicans' moves. What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts? Give me some.
Some say like this is a little too early for him to be, if they saying his family, they pretty much saying he is because, or at the same time, maybe he young and, his family been around the block a few times. Of course, they not being, accustomed to being in the NBA, but I do believe he shares the same sentiments. And at first I was like, who is he to think like he's still on his rookie contract? But at the same time, I don't think like you can't waste no time in the league. So if you have like a short window, especially maybe, the style of play that he plays, being so big, physical, strong, like how long is he going to be, effective at that, that style of play? So maybe you do have to get, certain players around him to be, at least competing in the playoffs, in your first 3 or 4 years. So if and also like the NBA is like using them as like, the face of the league, eventually they're going to like eventually phase out, Durant and, LeBron and them and then Luka and all these new age dudes, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be the faces of the league. So if he's one of the faces of the league, you got to get a squad around him.
Right.
You have to.
And the crazy part about it is, like, if you look at their roster, they have a talent-rich roster, and I just don't understand, like, why they're not truly competitive. Like, it's something missing. Like, I mean, they have veterans. They had a little mix of veterans and young talent, but it's like something is missing. So yeah, and definitely, I think it is coming from. If it's coming from his family, we definitely know he shares the same sentiments and shares some of those same thoughts and feelings, I guess, in my eyes, in my perception. But yeah, like I mean, they got Stan Van Gundy out of there. Yeah, they got Stan up out of there. But I really think they're missing I don't know what they're missing because, like I said, they had the talent. Like they had, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that these mamas are like world beaters, but they had Eric Bledsoe, who was a known problem. They had Lonzo, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, and then what's his name? The strong one, Steven Adams, and then they got some young talent.
A lot of people would be cool with that, yeah.
Right. And so, like, and they still didn't make the playoffs and weren't even in contention, like, to make the top 10. And I know it's the West, but yeah, I would be unhappy too. And like you said, you got that short window. You got to maximize that talent, maximize that contract, maximize everything about that situation. So, yeah.
So do you think the Pelicans are going to like save face and like make, a bunch of changes, or do you think that they're going to, grant probably family wishes and get as much as they can for a rising budding star? I mean, I feel like you might as well break the bank and get a lot of people coming in because he's still on his rookie deal. So like,
yes.
So you're getting at him at this dude shoots goddamn 70% from field goal. So like you got to put the players around him. I don't know like what type of players. You definitely gonna need some shooters. You're gonna need some guys that actually can finish down the stretch because he's not really that type of player. I mean, of course he's efficient, but you need some mix of veterans and somebody to probably keep the pressure off him on the inside. So I don't know. The thing is, like you said, they got a good roster. It's just they can't bring it all together.
Yeah. I think they got to make one move, at least one. And then I don't know what that move is. You said shooters, got to be a shooter. But then I think they also, more than likely, I know they're going to need another enforcer. I know they got Steven Adams, but they're going to need another enforcer to protect him a little bit more. And then also to guide him and tell him, like, all right, this might not be the time for you to try to jump over a 6'9" person. Not to say he always does it, but, like, they're going to need an enforcer because you don't want him in the battlefield of throwing these punches. Although he was throwing those punches. Did you see him in that outside of that nightclub when he was like before?
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, budding
Oh, I
star.
didn't even see that. I didn't see that part about he prefers changing
Right.
teams.
Right.
Oh, that's major.
Yeah.
And I would have thought he would have loved New Orleans. I would have thought he would have loved New Orleans. But
Right.
I
All
mean, I
that
guess,
gumbo.
yeah,
All that gumbo.
yeah, and
And
that down south
beignets.
loving.
Yeah. Is he from South Carolina, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, it's not too many places you can play in the league that got that, hometown feel.
right.
Maybe
Yeah,
Houston, and I don't know, they got y'all like a shit show
yeah,
right now.
yeah. They are trash. Yeah, yeah. I
So,
actually thought they was gonna be all right, but
mhm.
ooh,
But yeah, so like while you're on the basketball topic, where y'all approaching, in a few, maybe a week or so, the NBA finals. So like, who do you got coming out of the conferences?
it might seem simple to me right now. I know with Giannis just getting hurt, but I think I'm going to Atlanta and the Suns, and I'm going the Suns to win it all. I'm going to see Peter finally get his chip.
Right.
Like this is the year. This is the year. Another crazy year. But I think those, and it sets up for a good matchup because you got two. If Trae Young is back and healthy, you got two quote unquote perennial superstars at point guard with two. With a shooters on both sides, because I was going to say just Devin Booker, but Atlanta Hawks is full of shooters. And then so it'd be a nice high pace, nice high scoring finals and everything like that.
So what is the status of Trae Young?
He's, I want to say, questionable. I always get these goddamn questionable and doubtfuls and probables and all that. I always get that shit weirded out and confused. But I think he's questionable for tomorrow's game 5.
Okay.
But I mean, like, Lou Will came in and people sleep on. I think the thing is, people sleep on like the Hawks. They have that dynamic of players being able to play multiple positions. So like people forget about Kevin Huerter, and he can play the 1 through the 3. I know I'm not saying like Danilo Gallinari is like a world beat at point guard or the number 1 point guard, but he can come up and handle the rock. And then if you got people that can play defense against a point guard, and I mean Drew Holiday, don't get me wrong, I love Drew Holiday, but he's not necessarily like the point guard that you need, like a quick defender against him or a quick person against him at all times. You can rotate and switch that off and everything like that. And then even still, they got PJ Tucker on the court, so you know where he's gonna be at. He's gonna be in the corner waiting for the 3-point shot. So
yeah, and then boxing out on the other side. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's a better matchup if it is the Suns in Atlanta rather than Milwaukee and the Suns, or even or the Clippers. I think it's the either or is interchangeable. But I do like watching Devin Booker play. I like the brand of basketball that the Suns play. The other day though, not the last game, but the game before that, the Suns and Clippers, that shit was playoff basketball from tip ball. Like that whole first quarter, they was scrapping. But I didn't think we was gonna see that, especially with the injuries. But I guess they like, fuck it, it's do or die. Like I ain't gonna get here again. Most of these guys, so
like shit. Yeah,
it's been a wild, playoffs.
Wow, season at that.
Yeah, season.
Real quick, you think I think we talked about this. Even with Kawhi going down and some other people going down, you think it's a little bit of would it be the same? And then also you think the injuries?
Yeah, absolutely. Because first of all, the Nets, Kyrie, Harden, if those were healthy, all the way through, I don't think it would have been a competition for real.
Yeah,
like they were scoring like 80 points for the 3 of them, 90 points.
Yeah, did you hear that latest? I know it's rumor talking. You know what I'm saying? We always deal with rumors, but rumor talk that the Nets might be open to trading Kyrie.
That's wild. I would think he would be the one. I think Harden would be the odd one out. But yeah, that's wild. I couldn't imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope that's not true.
Yeah. I'd love to see that game. I'd love to see them. I mean, especially because I don't think they were truly healthy for long stretches of time this season.
Not at all. Yeah.
But James got there in January, February, and then so I would love to see that together. Are they all? No, the only person who didn't commit for basketball, I mean, to commit for Team USA was Kyrie, but James and KD on, right?
I'm not sure. Let's speak on
All
it.
right, bet.
Yeah, USA basketball commitments. Who is the head coach now that Chris Krzyzewski is out?
That is a good question.
I don't know, but anyway, yeah, I got the roster. We got Bam, Brad, Book, Katie, Jeremy Grant. I think he's a late scratching. Draymond, Drew Holiday, Zach LaVine. I think he's a late scratch too. Damian Lillard, Kevin Love. That's kind of odd. Chris Middleton and Jason Tatum. There's not a lot of bigs.
Not a lot of bigs at all.
Not a lot of bigs.
The head coach is Greg Pop.
Okay. Oh, that's what's up.
So I guess they would have had. I mean, because it's not a lot of bigs. I guess you got to throw. Well, I guess you got to throw in Jeremy Grant. I know Bam was mad he didn't make it the last time or whatever that last go around was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he's truly mad, but Bam. Oh, it might have been for those. I don't know what they call it. The 2018 ones. But yeah, and Kevin Love. I think Kevin Love is controversial, but I like Kevin Love in the Olympics.
Yeah, you need a veteran. But what happened to like the? It was always like one like college player that used to play with him. What happened to that? Like Christian Laettner, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's another topic right there too. College, one of those things that just dropped today. But I wait.
Yeah.
But not. Yeah, I like this. I like this lineup, and once again, I think it's a loss for this team if they lose by less than. I mean, if they win by more than 20. I mean, less than 20. I'm sorry.
The skilled players are very skilled. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Zach LaVine, Jason Tatum, Middleton is solid. There's not really a lot of swingmen. You know what I'm saying? Those interchangeable players, but I hope they know what they're doing. There's not really. Is there a pure point guard either? Not really.
Yeah, I mean that was my thing. I was about to say because I remember the years when it was like not even the years. Remember the last time around. I think the last couple of times around where it was like Chris Paul, Deron Williams, and then I forgot who the third. Oh, maybe Jason Kidd. But it was like,
yeah.
It's like how in the hell do you facilitate these rosters and you have? But yeah. It's gonna be some fun. And I know it's gonna be some challenges because, like you just said, there ain't no pure point guard. And how you gonna divvy up these shot attempts because you got Devin Booker who's gonna need shots, you got Bill who's gonna need shots, and and you got KD who's gonna need shots, you got Lillard who's gonna need shots, and yes, it's an all-star team, an all-star cast, but you got to divvy up these shots equally because otherwise it'll be cause for corruption.
Yeah. I want to see those spreads and that shit though. Definitely want to see the spreads. All right. While we're still in the basketball, I do want to get to the NCAA, but we'll get there soon. But speaking about Jason Kidd, out of these new hires, these head coach hires, who do you think is the best? What's the best fit? Not the best coach, but the best fit for a said organization.
It's hard not to go Jason Kidd. I want to go Chauncey, but at the same time, it's hard not to go Jason Kidd just because he played for the Mavericks. He already got some rapport with them. He was able to do some wonders with Giannis. I don't know what went bad in Brooklyn, but I thought he was all right in Brooklyn. And he's been on championship teams as a player and a coach. So it's hard not to go Jason Kidd. And that's one of my favorite players of all time, too. So,
yeah, definitely that connection with Dallas, So, yeah. 2 times. This is third stint with Dallas. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As a rookie, was he a rookie?
Yep.
Yeah, as a rookie, as a championship winner, and then now as a head coach. I would say Chauncey Billups just because that's kind of like the unknown. We're not really sure what we're going to get. I mean, now we're seeing him on the sidelines now with the Clippers. So I mean, that's the unknown. Rick Carlisle, you kind of know what you're going to get. You're going to get a tough team. It's going to be Indiana basketball for real.
For real.
Yeah. Udoka, that's kind of like a wild card. I know he was in the Popovich, coaching tree. He's also, I think he was with USA Basketball too for a little bit too. But yeah, I mean they got a good squad. Celtics got a good squad. I mean they got what's the name? Brad Stevens is now in the front office. I want to see what he's going to do. Like I never seen like a professional path like that. Like your job was not in danger at all, and you just decided to bounce up there. I guess I don't know. Maybe that position is respected. When Danny Ainge left, and he's like, "All right, fuck it, I gotta get up there." Yeah, and he just positioned himself with that. But
yeah, I almost would have thought he would have went back to Indiana, especially. But even as you said, the trajectory coming from college, going to the NBA, being an NBA head coach, and then all of a sudden it's just like, nah, you know what?
Without getting fired though. Without getting fired, yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna just go ahead and be the GM of this team. This is the Boston fucking Celtics.
Right, without getting fired. That's crazy. Like the most like storied franchise in the league.
Yeah. Hey, and Udoka, I don't know, is he married to Nia Long?
I do remember there was, I don't know, there was something a while ago, but I didn't follow that. She kind of broke my heart. But yeah, I mean that's the look.
That's his partner.
Partner, like a domestic partner.
It just says partner. It doesn't say married.
That means they've been together for 10 years. That's legal. But no. Oh, that means there's still a chance. It's like so you're telling me there's a chance. But yeah. All right. So while we still on the basketball, we kind of preview the NCAA officially. We've been talking about this shit for a while. California was kind of the first state to kind of have like a loophole with this shit, but NCAA has finally approved a temporary policy to allow Division I college athletes to get paid for the use of their name, image, and likeness. Maybe this is the whole rollout with the NCAA college football and EA Sports. Maybe it's to prevent, just players skipping the whole NCAA institution as a whole and jump to the G League. It's kind of like them, sticking their foot out and tripping the whole process up.
Yep.
But this is going to be so interesting because this is going to help like recruiting, I think. And I think this is going to help like schools that already have like, some type of, like we talked about Michigan State earlier, had Prudential, whatever, financial, what it was. I forgot.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like if they have like stuff already in position, like with these big companies, that's going to make it so much easier, or that's going to make it so much dangerous bringing these kids in.
Yeah. And the thing, the crazy part about it is I love this thing. I love this idea. I love this ability. I do want to know how they're going to be able to cap it, but I think it makes so much sense. Like even like, yes, they always talk about like the discrepancies of how much like a football 5-star or a basketball 5-star player can make as opposed to like somebody on the end of the bench. But at the same time, you are allowing that person at the end of the bench the opportunity to make money, whether it is like literally just being able to be a host at a summer camp or what have you. Like previously they weren't able to make money, but now, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm Duke and I'm the 15 man on the roster, I could still be at like a summer camp in the summer, being able to assist a coaching camp or a coaching clinic or what have you, and still just be able to make, maybe able to make like $1,000 per camp or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and still just be able to function and proceed, as opposed to being able to be like, nah, well, you can't do it. It has to be paid under the table. And don't get me wrong, we all know that these Bama's been already receiving money, but now, like, now, yeah, we've all heard about that.
Now it's going to be like a W-2.
Exactly. The W, yes, exactly. Now it's no longer under the table. It's now a W-2. It's supposed to be and I wonder if it's going to be like a tax write-off. Well, I guess it can't be a tax write-off.
Nah, it's going to be money earned, and they're going to tax that. And then like, what's the like the what's taxable? What's the amount that's going to be taxable? Any and everything.
Yeah.
Like you like when you sign your I don't know, acceptance letter, you're going to have to hire a lawyer off break.
Off break, but even still, I guess that's on the athletic departments too, because they definitely gonna have to have lawyers. And I wonder if
the athletic department is going to probably get a boost of like corporate higher ups gonna make that transition to actually gain these, corporate sponsorships to bring these players in.
Yeah,
it's gonna be one big circle of, man. It's gonna be crazy.
But it's about time. It's about time, man. Like what they say. How much did they say March Madness is worth?
Oh yeah, and that was like wait till the product is better. If players are staying in school, or maybe now, like, but I don't know. It's gonna be kind of like a tussle because like the NBA now. I mean, now you got the G League. You invested all this money. It's like, are you gonna like loosen the rules now? Is it still gonna be 1 year? Is it still gonna be 2 years? Maybe it's gonna be. I don't know. Like no years at all. They could throw a wrench in that.
Yeah, and then it also, I don't know, because Master P's son too. He's slated to earn earn up to $2.5 million in an endorsement deal to play HBCU. I forgot. I think he's going to like Tennessee State, TSU or something like that. And so I don't know, man. It could HBCU, but I don't know if HBCUs will be able to pony up some of that money sometimes, somehow or another, right? Right?
No, with the help of somebody, maybe.
Would they? I don't know. I mean, some HBCUs, don't get me wrong, some HBCUs, like the likes of Howard.
Bowie stay with me, man. But I rode by there and they got buildings all the way to Lower Bowie Road. Yeah,
they're moving up. They're moving up in the world. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I mean, and even as you think about it, you also think about what's the name?
How is this possible though? Hold on.
Why don't forget Maryland.
I did not know his name was Hersey. I did not know his name. Oh, stop it.
I didn't know his name was Hersey either, but okay. Hersey Miller.
Oh my gosh. Who's he? Dr. Seuss?
George Foreman.
Yeah. George Foreman. How are you getting 2.5 to play at Tennessee State?
Hey man. Hey. I don't know. It's Master P, dog. I try to tell y'all this way back when. It's Master P. Like that nigga is the ultimate hustler. That nigga is the ultimate man. He said he wanted to coach the Pelicans too, but that nigga is the ultimate hustler.
He has the hookup.
Right. Yeah.
All right, man. All right, so like I don't know. Let's make it a big jump. Oh, all right. Speaking about basketball and letdowns and the city of Philly and all that shit. Your boy. All right, I want to ask you a question. Carson Wentz or Ben Simmons, who was the biggest letdown?
Damn. I think I'm gonna go Ben Simmons, man. Like literally. Damn, this is tough. This is tough because I'm gonna go Ben Simmons. Fuck it, I'm gonna go Ben Simmons. Like you literally have a number one pick who showed promise, who was shooting the rock, and both of these niggas is going down in a downward spiral. But this nigga was shooting the rock in college. He actually had some remnants of a jumper in the summer league, and then all of a sudden he gets to the pros. Now they say he can shoot with both hands, and then all of a sudden we just can't see it on the court. He can't shoot no threes. He can't even be on the court under 2 minutes. He can't be in the court for under the 4 minute mark or whatever, because in the fourth quarter, because teams just start fouling him, and he don't even have the confidence. Like it's not even just like he missing. Like he don't even have the confidence to want to shoot them free throws at the end. So yeah, I think we'll go Ben Simmons, but don't get me wrong, Carson Wentz, you are really close behind. Like
yeah, statistically, the drop off. Carson Wentz should be it, but I guess it was recency effect, Ben Simmons, and then when NBA TNT put this graphic up, I was like, good Lord. In the fourth quarter in that series, you're not even shooting, brother.
Yeah, that's terrible. Like
you can't defend that.
And like, yes, I know you're a defensive stopper, and once again, I know you're a defense. You bring more aspects to the game, but like literally, if we just don't have to check you on offense. Like, you remember what we used to say when we were growing up? Like, if it was somebody on the court and they didn't want to shoot, he fucking check. Like, this nigga is self-check in the NBA as the number 1 pick at 6'10" with all the skill and all the ability to get to the hole. But like, literally, you could just be like, you just put up a graphic that said the nigga shot 3 times or 4 times in the fourth quarter of a 7-game series. There's no way that is the definition of self-check.
Yeah. Right. At least at 6 game, you're gonna be like, all right, I need to do something here. Go out in a blaze of glory.
Guns blazing, everything. Like, I don't care, whatever. And then even as you think about it, like Embiid was hurt. So like, I need to get a shot up. Fuck it. I'm gonna get a shot up. Like, damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. And
you like, I don't know if like that Philly mentality like rub off on people, but like, why not? Like, that don't, like, you don't encounter people on a day, you don't get that toughness.
You pass up an open dunk on Trae Young. Like, I know everybody talked about that, but you pass up an open dunk on Trae Young. Like, flush that shit, flush it, man. But Carson Wentz, don't get me wrong, Carson Wentz, he lost it in his confidence too, and he had like. But I don't know, Carson Wentz. They finally took down his little poster or statue. I don't want to call it the statue, but the big ass like mural outside of Lincoln or the Link. They finally took that shit down today.
Yeah, Ben Simmons, you tripping, brother. Maybe you need to get like hypnotized or something. Maybe it's like all mental, like he just like drilled himself into the ground like an ostrich or something. I don't know. He need to get.
I legit think. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but I legit heard like they always said he was just as good shooting or maybe a better shooter with the right hand than he was with the left. So I wonder if he's ever going to try to just go ahead and switch over.
Yeah, play JV. Yeah. But yeah, all right. Well, final topic. Switching over to NFL. Probably the biggest story in the NFL that nobody's talking about besides like Deshaun Watson. Aaron Rodgers is still not showing up. He still said, I'm not rocking with y'all. I'm out of here or I won't play football again. So this is not even a question of will he play for Green Bay Packers. Who is he going to play for in 2021?
The Broncos.
Oh, the
Broncos. I think. I mean, they got the assets. You already know. Like most teams. I mean, most teams not going to try to trade within a division. Damn sure not in the conference. I mean, I'm sorry. Damn sure not in the conference, but damn sure not in the division for real. So, I think they would try to trade him to the AFC. And I don't know if they believe in Jordan Love, but go ahead and go to the AFC. Go ahead and go to the Broncos. The Broncos. I mean, don't get me wrong. They got Drew Lock, they got Teddy Bridgewater, but they don't have no world beaters at. That's my word for the day. They don't have any world beaters at quarterback. So, yeah, go ahead and send them to the Broncos. Let them get some love out there in Mile High with Phil.
Damn. So they're saying if he doesn't, I guess like show up by July 2nd, that's considered a opt out of the year totally. And you won't be getting paid. The Packers can save an $18.3 million.
But I mean, I know it's a little bit of different times, but that's also the blueprint that is that the blueprint Brett Favre did when Brett was trying to go to Minnesota, and then he ended up taking that little. That nigga took basically a redshirt year and went to the Jets for a year. Right. So I wonder if he really got the blueprint from Brett. He was on that team. He was under him. And now
he will be fined $2 million for skipping training camp.
That nigga made that in jeopardy. He ain't tripping.
Yeah, and he's pretty good at that shit too. But CEO Mark Murphy and General Manager Brian Gutzberg appear committed to enforcing the $134 million contract extension he signed in 2018. So he's due to 14.7 base salary in 2021.
How many more years left on that contract? You said 2018, so was that 2 years? 1 year?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So if they let him go, the Packers will create 22.85 million of cap space and absorb a 14.3 cap hit by trading into the Broncos or another suitor, such as Las Vegas Raiders or Washington Football Team. Hey, this is SI.com. It's very reputable.
What you think? Where do you think you playing?
I think the Raiders, just because new city. They're like quietly not happy with Derek Carr. They're like pretending that they're happy, but they're not really happy at all. Yeah, and then Gruden is kind of like he's itching, and he has like him and Mayock are like this. Like they're married to each other, so they're like, fuck it. Like if we want to save each other's lives, we got to do this shit. So yeah, but I got the lines right here. The favorite is Green Bay minus 125, Broncos plus 200, close behind. That's very close behind.
I like that Raiders one too.
Yeah, Raiders plus 500 and Washington Football Team plus 1,400.
Don't forget the Raiders are moving into a new stadium, and not necessarily moving into it. They played there last year, but I think this is the first year they're going to be at full capacity.
Right.
And so, like with a name like Aaron Rodgers at your quarterback in Vegas, oh my gosh.
Right. Yeah.
In the black hole. Oh my gosh.
The thing is, like, as far as the Broncos, Elway is out, so you're not going to. I don't think you're going to see like that big splash, or even him, corralling like higher ups around the league, finessing people. So I don't think the Broncos. I don't know who's in charge over there, but I don't think they got that same type of pull that they used to have, like pulling a Peyton Manning or somebody like that.
True.
But yeah, let's get up out of here. This is another episode, fifth quarter, number 27. It's been cool. We took a couple of weeks off, but we back, baby. Follow us over to nobody's listening live right now, but if you see this, check out our other things. We have the Flight Room Podcast. We talk about everything under the sun. We have Overtime. We talk about very deep rabbit hole topics. But yes, the Flight Room Podcast, merch, trailer on the way, commercial on the way, all that, new logos, new look.
Yeah.
Peace
yes,
out.
sir. Peace.